Hey everyone, welcome back to Behind the Paradigm. I hope you guys had a blast trick-or-treating last night if you did that. I'm going to start off with drifters and then Ben is going to go into everything else. This week we did a lot of fun things on the design side, like the front end of our website for the drifters launch, which was really fun. And we got the designs pretty locked in for our I don't know what it's officially going to be called. I keep forgetting, but like the studio where you start to change the drifters, which is really exciting. And then we had a lot of work on the technical side from Benji. So he worked on 3 VRM and 3JS version upgrades, which comes with some color corrections and some other technical fun stuff that I don't really know exactly a lot about. We worked on our photo shoot resolution for the final NFT image. So when you guys are going to be decking out your drifters and then posing them and deciding what they're going to look like in their final NFT preview, we've been working on the quality of the resolution of those since we're doing them all on web. And it's not like we can spend 30 minutes for each drifter to render them in Blender. So that's been a challenge. And then kind of going hand in hand with that, we've also been trying to get VRMA support to allow custom animations since Blender doesn't want to export friendly 3JS FBX files. We have been relying on Mixamo FBX animations. And so it's still a work in progress, a little bit of a challenge, but we're working on that. And then the other last big thing from this week, and we also started a bit last week, was you creating a better texture packing system. So if you guys know, or if you don't know, with 3D items, imagine the color that is wrapped all around them, around their face, around their body. Imagine it on a flat surface. So like when you take a globe and you flatten it and you get the map, that sort of thing. There's a fixed square, like fixed dimensions, and everything that you put on the drifter has to fit in that square. So the face, the body texture, the clothing texture, literally everything, rings, earrings, whatever you have on. So we only have a specific allotment within that square, especially with dealing with assets that we want to work on the web. And there's really tight constraints that we have to live in. Instead of the approach of just dividing this square into exactly as many pieces evenly that we need, if we have like 12 assets on a drifter, we're doing something that's a bit more technical that we've had to finesse to have some of the resolutions show up higher than others. So for example, the face of your drifter being super crystal clear is really, really important compared to a pair of socks. So we've been doing some chopping up of the square to make certain assets fit in smaller squares, and then other textures that need more high def fit in larger squares, but still staying within the web constraints. So that's been a fun challenge that we've been working on. That is all for me. I'll pass it over to you, Ben.
Hey, thank you, Josie. All right, let me share Paradigm Found. All right, so this week I want to show you guys something that we have built and deployed a little while ago, but I don't think we've ever talked about. That's the new tutorial. So this is going to be kind of the tutorial flow for the new user who's coming in, learning about the game for the first time. That kind of goes through a nice on-Rails experience. We're going to be taking parts of that and making isolated tutorials throughout the game. So when you encounter a new feature, you'll actually be able to learn about it before you get thrown into it. So real quick, this is kind of like our special landing page. We have a nice trailer in here, which you can go check out. But you'll start by going and picking up the headset that throws you right into an alley. Can you still hear it, Josie?
Yeah.
All right, I'll have to. Here we go. There we go. Glad that we put that in there. All right, so you get to meet Sylvester for the first time. And Sylvester is the little icon. If you've been playing the game, the little icon that you see like down at the bottom in the bracer is the icon you see when you open the vending machine. So now you actually get to meet him. So he introduces you to the world. You learn about the game. For those of you who have remember the old flow, this is very similar to kind of the old screens we had in here. But before you even create an account, you now just get thrown right into it. So we're trying to start to abstract away the idea for anybody who cares about this sort of thing. We're trying to bring people in, get them excited about the game, and then kind of get them playing a little bit before they have to do anything to create like an account. Now, we've also made a total overhaul of the authentication system where we no longer require passwords. It's now one-time password. You'll get a message to your inbox. That means no more verification, much simpler logging in. So hopefully you guys like that. For anyone who already has an account, you can still use your password. There's a little link at the bottom. Just go right ahead, log in the old way. We'll go ahead and create a warrior. And then I've got whenever I do a test account, I always use the same password. So anybody who sees this can now log in as me. All right, so now, so this is going to show us around. So now in the tutorial, we have the icon, the hazard icon that some of you may have seen early on. It now actually shows you where to go, what to click. We're trying to provide a real clean on-rails experience for the player. So we're not going to go through everything because you should like maybe make a new account and try it out for yourself. Also, it's going to be kind of boring for me to do it all by myself, but the tutorial here is going to show you each area and explain actually what each piece is, something we have not done before. So hopefully this will be appreciated even by people who have been playing the game for quite some time. But yeah, you'll get to dive right through. He'll show you everything. There are, I think, 2 or 3 new missions. They're very brief, all on Rails, all super clean, and hopefully makes for a really nice new starting experience for the game. Should I go any deeper, or do you want me to?
Up to you. I think this was good. And if you guys do end up making a new account, or we do have anyone new come into the game, definitely give us your feedback of just going through the whole process, and what you feel. We're still very much in this beta phase where we would love to hear what you guys think, and opinions, because it helps us just refine things more and more. So yeah, I think that was a good overview. And do you also want to chat about raids today too?
We did last week.
Oh yeah. Sorry. We just had a really fun raid session internally with our team yesterday, so that's why it's top of mind. We were trying to battle the sandstorm sovereign together. Awesome. Well, if you guys do have any questions about the game, about the tutorial, about if I did a really terrible explanation of what texture packing was, because I was probably really confusing, feel free and drop any of the questions. There were also, I'm going to pull them up really quick, a few questions that people were asking on Twitter that I'll just try to run through really fast. Let's see. Okay. Some folks, I'm sorry, I forgot to ask who specifically asked some of these, but there was a question on asking where you could catch up and learn more about what is the latest with drifters. Definitely Behind the Paradigms are going to be the way for the next few weeks, and just how you can get the information the fastest of what's coming on or what's happening with drifters. But we're also going to be making a really in-depth, awesome newsletter, just catching everyone up to date with everything that's been going on with us, which should happen at some point in November. And we're also going to we're keeping track of all of the really fun challenges and technical things that have been happening with drifters, and we're gonna, at the end of all this, do like a really massive, beautiful write-up of the whole journey of creating drifters. So that just won't be for a while. Someone asked, can we expect when the drifters mint will happen? If I say a date, we'll totally run past it, so I can't say something exact. We're aiming for the first quarter of 2025, which is really exciting, and I cannot wait for them to launch, because we've just been working so hard on them, and I think you guys are going to love them. And I hope you are loving the updates that we've been giving so far, also in the tweet threads about the stylization and all of that. So let us know if you are. And another question that came in is, do drifters play into the game? We will the goal is to have them play into the game in sort of the next release. So have them as choosable characters to play as, level them up. Once you sell your drifter, your level goes with them, all of those things. It won't happen exactly on the launch of drifters, but that is the goal for the next update for drifters. There was also a question on if drifters will be on an L2 or on ETH. They will be on an L2, likely base. There's a lot of different, typically, as you guys probably know, with a lot of like avatar creators, like you put on, like the outfits come as a set, you put on one jacket and it just like changes the shirt and the pants and everything that comes with it. We're doing something totally different where it's like extremely customizable, which means we want to make it affordable for you to be able to trade socks and shirts and jackets and all of that. So L2 is where it made sense. And then there was also a question if drifters are on chain, which Ben, you could go into that question if you want to take that one.
They're not going to be on chain in the way I think most people are hoping. These are high resolution, like high res 3D models. So those will not be on chain. But the metadata, the information for packing them, for putting your clothing on the drifters, that will be on chain.
Yeah. We were able to figure out how to put like the like really, really beautiful art with CyberBrokers on chain. This is like an entirely different beast. But I think you guys will be really happy with what we put together. And I think those were all of the questions. If I forgot any, please let us know in the comments and we'll just answer them directly on Twitter. But also feel free to ask anything for next week that you guys want to see for the game or drifters, or drop it in Discord and we'll continue to answer all your questions. So thank you guys. Thanks, Ben. Talk soon.